morning, students. Black 15, subject history. Today we are going to learn about the topic development of industries in India. Students, what are the development of industries in India? Since the ancient times, India was well known throughout the world for its traditional arts and crafts. However, this changed during the 18th century when the country came under the British rule. So, the economic policies adopted by the British led to the decline of Indian handicrafts. Students, already you learned decline of traditional industries. Today you learn only introduction of modern industries and growth of industries since independence. Students, next you learn the aim. What is the aim of in this lesson? Explain the introduction and growth of modern industries in pre-independent India and explain the different phases of industrial growth in India from 1950 onwards. Okay. Students, next you learn the keywords. Mass production, capital goods industries, policy, heavy industries. These are also the keywords in this lesson. Okay. Students, next you see the table. Development of industries. 1850 to 1919, development industries on plantation industry, iron and steel industry, railways, mining. These also development in this period. 1919 to 1937, cotton, steel and paper industries were developed in this period. Finally, 1938 to 1947, cotton textiles, iron and steel, cement, paper, bicycles, sewing machines, these also developed in this period. Students, finally, this development of industries is called the modern industries. Students, I asking one question, so listen carefully. Okay, what does a modern factory use to produce goods? Did you know, students? Yes, a modern factory uses machines to produce goods in contrast to traditional industries where the goods are produced by hand. Students, next I read the case study, introduction of modern industries. The introduction of modern industries in India happened around the middle of the 19th century. Industries during this time were dominated by British capital rather than Indian capital. So, the introduction of modern machinery and factories in the industrial sector paved the way for overall modernization of the country. Example, railway transportation. Students, already you saw the table, plantation industry. During this period, the plantation industry of both cotton and jute was the first to attract European capital. The Assam, the tea company, had already been established in 1839. Coffee plantations were also set up in parts of southern India. The foundations of modern cotton textile industry were laid in Bombay in 1854. Finally, a jute mill was established in 1855 in Risra near Calcutta. Plantation industries were established because there was a strong demand in Europe for the raw materials and crops that these industries produced. The mining industry, especially coal, was developed to some extent. Students, I asking modern industries related questions. So, listen carefully. Which plantation industries were developed in India during the 19th century? Can you say? Yes. During the 19th century, tea, coffee, cotton, and jute plantations were developed in India. And then another one question, why did the British introduce modern industries in India? Did you know, students? Yes, because the British introduced modern industries in India to advance their own interests. They started tea, coffee, cotton, and jute industries because there was a demand for these raw materials in England. Students, next you see the table. What are the features of 5-year plan? 1950 to 1965. Focus on heavy and capital goods industries. And then next 1965 to 1980, period of regression. And then 1980 to 1991, period of recovery. And then finally 1991, liberalization, import duties were reduced, foreign capital was encouraged, taxes were reduced. Students, I asking some questions, so listen carefully. Okay, what was the focus of the first 3 5-year plans? Did you know, students? Yes. The focus of the first 3 5-year plans was on developing heavy and capital goods industries due to the greater importance given to heavy industries. Students, I asking another one question. Why was the Indian economy passing through a bad phase between 1965 and 1980? Did you know, students? Yes. During the first phase, 1950 to 1965, the consumer industry was declined. This affected the economy as a whole and it went through a bad phase between 1965 and 1980. Students, finally, in modern factories, machines produce the finished goods. Where do you think these machines are produced? Did you know, students? Yes, the machines that are used to produce goods in factories are produced by other heavy machines. Thank you, students. You are observing the video and complete the worksheet. Okay.